Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a fascinating paradox that's literally shaping our health, our environment, and our future. Think about it. Could our modern, highly sanitized environments actually be draining our natural vitality? It's a huge question. But more importantly, we're going to explore a living, breathing solution. We're looking at a revolutionary model of community and wellness that is taking shape right now in Brazil. Let's get right into it.
So let's kick things off with a crucial question. Why exactly are modern humans losing their vitality compared to indigenous populations? Well, our sources present a totally fascinating case study. Down in the deep Amazon, people live directly connected to this living, dark, humming soil. They're drawing water from streams that are literally teeming with B12-producing cyanobacteria. But in the urban world, well, as this quote points out, we've essentially scrubbed our connection to the earth just to stay safe from disease. We've broken that essential microbial loop, and because of that, we might be losing a prehistoric connection to the vitality of the soil itself.
Now, to really grasp the urgency here, we have to look at the data. And honestly, it paints a pretty alarming picture. According to the academic research, we're seeing a cataclysmic drop in male fertility, which seems directly driven by environmental toxins and chemicals. Back in 1970, median sperm counts were sitting around 100 million. Today, that number has plummeted to just 35 million. And projections suggest that if we don't change course, we could hit a median count of 0 by 2045. 0. And remember, this isn't happening in a vacuum. It closely mirrors the shocking 50 to 75% drop in the biomass of flying insects we've seen over the last few decades. It's all connected.
So the crucial takeaway here boils down to this one number, 2.5%. Human sperm count is currently declining at an accelerating rate of 2.5% every single year. You definitely don't have to be a math genius to realize that a 2.5% compound annual decline is, well, disastrous. It's totally unsustainable. We are being pushed toward a critical tipping point where our ecosystems are suffering and our own biological systems are going right down with them.
We really have to contrast this toxic, sanitized modern existence of ours with a better alternative. And that brings us to the philosophy pioneered by João Bosco Coelho. He's the visionary behind Bahia Reboot and Coastal Horizons Brazil. He insists on a simple but profound truth. You simply cannot heal in the exact same environment that made you sick. It makes sense, right? We have to trade out chemical agriculture and vitality loss for a living ecosystem, one filled with fresh food, clean water, sunlight, movement, and true community. We've got to stop taking endlessly from the earth without actually restoring what we borrowed.
And you know, this banana tree system brilliantly illustrates that exact philosophy in action. In rural Brazil, public sewage is super rare, and traditional cement septic tanks, they often leak and contaminate the groundwater, which is a huge problem. But look at this, an eco-friendly wastewater treatment plant using banana tree trunks, specifically the pseudostem, as a completely natural filter. And get this, it costs just $600. For $600, this 100% natural system safely filters water, absorbs pollutants, and returns clean water right back into the soil. It's a beautifully simple, incredibly effective way to close the loop and protect the earth.
Okay, I want you to picture this. Imagine gliding over a lush Brazilian coastal rainforest at golden hour. The light is warm, the ambient sounds of nature are all around you, and as you travel along a gorgeous palm-lined road, the main gates slowly open to reveal Vida Longa EcoVillage. This place is the ultimate culmination of those regenerative principles we just talked about. It's a sanctuary where sustainable living, daily wellness, and raw nature come together in absolute perfect harmony.
Just take a look at this vibrant community entrance. The architecture here is so incredibly intentional. It instantly invites you to just take a breath and slow down. Over on the left, you've got a bustling market, and on the right, these charming shops. This isn't just your standard neighborhood. It's actively designed to help you remember who you are beneath all the noise and stress of modern life. It's built from the ground up to foster collaboration, understanding, and spontaneous connection with your neighbors in these beautifully shared outdoor spaces.
And check out how the village center is completely packed with wellness-focused amenities. We're talking a bustling organic produce market filled with fresh, local artisan goods. You've got a rustic bakery, an herbal store, and even a massage therapy studio right there. You can gather for a shared meal at the plant-based restaurant or just kick back and relax at the community pool and gathering pavilion. The whole idea is bringing people together around fresh, living foods and natural rhythms that actually honor the human body instead of constantly draining it.
This regenerative philosophy extends directly into the community's layout, too. Rather than building one massive, overwhelming neighborhood, Vida Longa is designed as a series of small, intimate eco-village clusters. Why do it this way?
Well, smaller neighborhoods are just a lot easier to manage, and they naturally foster stronger relationships and a tight-knit, family-like atmosphere. Actually, this design is directly inspired by the traditional organization of many indigenous communities in the Amazon, where smaller villages really encourage cooperation and deep harmony with nature.
And the way you move through this community is totally different from a standard car-centric suburb. Instead of pulling right up to your front door, you leave your car in an attractive, centralized parking area located right beside your residential cluster. From there, you get to enjoy a peaceful walk home along these beautifully shaded garden pathways. It's a place where kids can safely ride their bikes, and you actually have the time to stop and greet your neighbors. This walkable design promotes daily movement, cuts down on noise, and creates a much safer, healthier environment for everyone.
So when you finally arrive at your villa, you immediately see how the eco-luxury architecture truly honors the land it sits on. Notice the natural stone cladding and the gorgeous exposed wood columns. Those high-level operable windows, they're strategically placed to promote natural cross-ventilation and cooling. Meanwhile, the wide overhangs from the ceramic roof tiles protect the home against the heavy tropical rains. It's a brilliantly designed space built to perform in a tropical climate for decades without forcing you to rely entirely on artificial climate control.
Stepping inside the chalet, that seamless transition to nature just continues. You've got these expansive glass facades that invite so much natural daylight in. The interior features really exceptional premium materials, like structural beams made of Macaranduba hardwood, luxury Angeline wood finishes, and elegant Guadalajara wood details. The whole wellness-centered layout, with its open social spaces and nature-facing relaxation areas, literally brings the outside in. Every single space is intentionally designed to support rest, recovery, and a deep connection with the natural world.
But here's the thing. This isn't just a cool place to visit on vacation. The project is actually an invitation to co-create a legacy through a fractional ownership model. Investors receive real, legally formalized sectional title ownership. That means you get quarterly passive income with full transparency, plus up to 17 weeks of personal access every single year in your own tropical sanctuary. So it's way more than just a real estate asset. It's an opportunity for co-stewardship of a living ecosystem that evolves right alongside the land and the community.
Picture this. As the sun sets over the flowing creek at the back of the property, the last light of golden hour catches the solar panels on the roofs of the villas. You can see residents strolling along the paths, enjoying the lush green belts and the abundant wildlife all around them. When you see it like this, it becomes incredibly clear that Vida Longa EcoVillage is so much more than a neighborhood. It's a truly walkable, sustainable community where people live closer to nature and closer to one another.
I want to leave you with this final inspiring thought. Just look at that motto: live longer, live naturally, live together. In a world where our heavily sanitized environments are accelerating this crazy crisis of human vitality, we have to ask ourselves, is the ultimate antidote simply returning to the land? Cultivating our health through community and reciprocity? Vida Longa EcoVillage challenges us to completely rethink how we live. It strongly suggests that the future of human health might just be found by returning to our roots. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Until next time, take a moment to consider what your environment is doing for your vitality.